Picture tall skyscrapers, shiny shopping malls, and highways that seem to go on forever. Now imagine all of them empty. This is the reality of China's ghost cities. Impressive structures that now serve as eerie reminders of an economy facing challenges. China's rapid urbanization has been hailed as one of the most astonishing feats of modern history. Yet, beneath the surface of this economic miracle lies a darker truth. Entire cities built to house millions remain devoid of life. But why? Ghost cities are a product of China's unique economic system. Local governments rely on land sales for revenue, incentivizing massive construction projects. Developers build for profit, not demand, creating an oversupply of housing that ordinary citizens simply cannot afford. Over the past few decades, China has carried out one of the most ambitious urbanization plans in history. The government aimed to transform the country from a mainly rural society into a modern urbanized nation. Entire neighborhoods of apartment buildings were built with modern designs and luxurious features. Many of these cities were located in less developed or remote areas and were designed to house millions of people. However, when these cities were completed, they revealed a surprising problem. Most of them were empty. But what is behind China's ghost cities? There are many reasons for this. Local governments focused on boosting GDP, used real estate projects to quickly grow their economies and attract investments. Developers, encouraged by easy loans and rising land prices, built more than was needed. This led to a surplus of expensive homes in areas that lacked the jobs and services to draw people in. Examples of these ghost cities include Ordos in Inner Mongolia and Yujipu in Tianjin. Ordos, built to hold 1 million residents, became a city of empty homes and offices. Yujipan, designed to be China's version of Manhattan, was left mostly unfinished. The problem of ghost cities goes beyond their deserted appearance. Local governments face financial pressure. Unsold properties pile up, and the environmental costs of building these cities are significant. All of this raises doubts about whether China's urbanization model can last. Still, not all ghost cities remain failures. Some have slowly gained residents and businesses as conditions improved or government policies changed. For example, Zhendong, once called a ghost city, is now thriving. However, these cases are rare, and most ghost cities still stand as reminders of the fine line between ambition and reality in city planning. But these ghost cities are more than just strange empty places. They reveal deeper problems in China's economy. A key issue is the real estate sector, which makes up nearly 30% of China's GDP. This heavy reliance on building projects has created a shaky foundation for economic growth. Too much focus on construction has caused a huge increase in debt for both developers and local governments. Many developers, eager to make money from rising property values, borrowed large amounts to build massive projects, often creating far more than the market needed. This has led to a harmful cycle of overbuilding and underuse. Even though there are plenty of new buildings and apartments ready to house millions, the lack of demand has left them empty. Local governments also feel the strain because they depend on selling land to pay for public services. This reliance has led to a build at all costs approach, driving land prices higher and worsening economic balance. The speculative nature of the real estate market has also made homes too expensive for many people. Most of these properties are priced far beyond what ordinary citizens can afford, turning them into investments instead of livable spaces. This mismatch between what is built and what people need has led too many luxury homes and not enough affordable housing. For many, ghost cities are not just abstract symbols of failure. They are personal tragedies. Farmers displaced from their land, investors losing their life savings, and young families trapped in a cycle of unaffordable housing. The impact of ghost cities is not just about economic losses. Their effect on the environment is just as concerning. Building these large but mostly empty developments cause significant environmental damage. One major issue is deforestation. Large areas of land were cleared to make space for these cities, destroying natural habitats and reducing the number of plants and animals in the area. Forests, grasslands, and farmlands were replaced with concrete and steel, disrupting ecosystems and adding to carbon emissions. Water pollution is another big problem. A lot of water is used during construction. Runoff from building sites often contains harmful chemicals, cement, and debris. This polluted water flows into rivers. There is also the problem of wasted resources. Huge amounts of materials like steel, concrete, glass, and energy were used to build these cities. Producing and transporting these materials cause significant harm to the environment, especially for structures that are now empty. Even after these cities are built, the environmental cost continues. Empty buildings still need maintenance, such as heating, cooling, and lighting, which uses energy unnecessarily. Meanwhile, unused infrastructure like roads and utilities begin to break down, requiring repairs that waste more resources. Ghost cities are not just symbols of failed developments, but also reminders of the environmental damage caused by a careless urban planning.